All right, welcome back to Plant Based Homestead Prepper, where we make prepping fun. In this video, we're going to be talking about the shooting that happened today in Pensacola, Florida. All right, so I was trying to, we got about 4 or 5 minutes before news comes up again at the top of the hour. So, we got interrupted a while ago. So, allegedly and apparently, well, allegedly there was a Saudi national that was training on NAS, which stands for Naval Air Station, Pensacola, Florida, and opened fire this morning. And the reports I am hearing is 3 have been killed, and I think 8 were wounded. And I don't know if those 3 were part of the 8, because all I'm getting is bits and pieces of, well, we're back. At least you get another like. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Miss Linda. Yeah, that was I got interrupted, so didn't know any other way to do it but to and it was something I need to handle. Didn't know any other way to do it but to end the live, which is all good. So yeah, we have a lot of gun violence going on. And I normally don't talk guns on this channel, but with the recent acts that have been happening, Knife Collector, glad to be back in Arkansas. Feeling much better. I am so happy that you're feeling much better. I was extremely concerned and worried about you, and I discovered I didn't have a way I could call you to check on you or text you. So send me your phone number, Knife Collector, so I can have it. Because I was like, dang, I would like to call him and check on it. The only way I could communicate with you was via email. I was like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. But I'm thinking, because several of you guys I like talking to over the phone, and I really like texting. I think I'm going to try to set up something that's going to give us a way to, and I hate to say it this way because this is not the way it sounds. It gives us a negative connotation when you say it this way, but to trap and to capture information. Oh, Miss Grace, I'm glad you're here because you're down in Florida. Let me see here. Okay, so from what you're hearing in Florida, what are the reports that you're hearing? Give us a on the ground report of what you heard right there in Florida, please. Because we get bits and pieces of information, other places, and everything is going to be all over the place until it all is investigated anyway. But let us know what you know and what you've heard. Guess the government is going to blame it on French fry shortage. I don't know what they're going to blame it on. Nothing. Laugh out loud. I'm surprised it's not all over. It's not. I mean, because that's where I heard about it. Driving around today, I heard it first thing this morning. I heard it on the radio about 8:45 this morning. Yeah, I'm surprised that's not all over the news everywhere. Let me see. All right, so it's coming up on the top of the hour, so we will be able to hear the news together. How about that? And I probably got about 8 or 9 minutes before I get to my next destination. So. But what are you guys' thoughts? Because my thoughts are, if people, now the base is a little bit different. Like the guy that was being interviewed this morning. When you're on the base, it's a little bit different. You're supposed to check your gun in and all this kind of stuff on the bases. But like everybody knows, when somebody is destined and determined to do something, and when they're a bad person doing bad things, they don't care about the law. They can give two rats about the law, And anyway, I have so many mixed feelings about this GUN situation, and I'm finding out, and I did some research this morning about the gun laws that they're trying to pass, that they're going to pass. Here we go. All right, here we go. Let's listen to this.
The FBI takes the lead in the mass shooting at a naval base in Florida. and Lisa Brady. It happened in Pensacola, a deadly attack, and terrorism hasn't been ruled out as a motive. Fox's Evan Brown is live in Miami.
At least 3 people are dead and the gunman was shot and killed by police, but now Fox News confirms that the gunman was a Saudi national training as a military pilot for his country. Captain Tim Kinsella is the commander of Naval Air Station Pensacola.
They learn aviation, they become naval aviators while they're here. It's something that we've been doing for quite a while, and it's with our partner nations. It's important, that cross-pollination, that cross-training that we do with our allies.
Though it is not known how this gunman got his firearm, police say it was a handgun, but personal firearms are prohibited on military bases, Lisa.
Thanks, Evan. President Trump says the King of Saudi Arabia just called to express his sincere condolences. The acting U.S. Navy Secretary, Thomas Modly, just releasing a statement.
It says, quote, "Our entire Navy and Marine Corps team is struck and deeply saddened by the attacks within our own naval family over the past several days. At Little Creek, Virginia last week, a reference to a car crash that killed a Navy officer. Pearl Harbor, Hawaii on Wednesday, and today in Pensacola, Florida. Those are 2 shootings that he's referring to in the statement. These acts are crimes against all of us."
Fox's Jennifer Griffin. In the Pearl Harbor shooting, a U.S. sailor killed 2 before killing himself. There are now reports he's been accused of minor misconduct and was undergoing counseling. President Trump's lawyers are asking...
Okay, so, and I forgot that last week right here in my backyard at the base I used to patrol, we had somebody and I still don't understand how this happened, because they have the state-of-the-art gates, and you can push the little button and the little pylons and stuff come up. But anyway, this kid, 20-something years old, is sitting in his patrol car, and somebody blows through the gate and runs into him and kills him. So, that's 3 incidences in the past week that have happened on our naval bases. And what do you guys think is going on? This is how we give up freedom. That's a good point, Miss Grace. But my husband told me because he is on another base. Nothing, I'm not surprised. Okay. Hey, Miss Linda Knight Collector. This is how we give up freedom. Hi, Miss Grace. What? All these acts make us to get used to the type of lifestyle. I'm like this. I don't carry. I don't carry. And when I carried daily, for 3 years I had to carry daily because I was military police. Good morning, folks. Hey, JK. And you can't fix crazy. No, you can't fix crazy. And no matter how you pass laws or what kind of laws you pass, crazy people, bad people, or bad and crazy people are going to do bad and crazy things all the time. Do y'all agree with that? And they're going to find a way to do it, whether it's with guns or knives or clubs or whatever. It's going to happen. So, and like I said in the first live that we got cut off on, anytime something happens to the Navy, I'm still right here in the Navy town where the largest base in the world is. And for me, it's hitting us right here. And then Pensacola this morning. So I'm like, what is going on? Because Navy base attacks are kind of, if you look at it from a standpoint of trying to affect something, you're really not doing anything in the grand scheme of things as far as the Navy. Because Navy vessels are made to be at sea. That was one thing. I'm so tired of being out to sea. And they were like, hey, Navy ships are made to be out at sea. Some old salty dogs. Then when I got to be salty, it became second nature. That's what we call them salty dogs. That's people who have a lot of experience at sea. We're called swabbies. We're called squids. Okay. Well, I say we're. I haven't been in the Navy so long. It's amazing how you're trained to the point where it becomes muscle memory that you never forget it. No matter what you're doing, no matter where you are, no matter how long you've been out, It's just certain things in your training that you just do not forget. All right, so JK said good morning. Good morning, JK. What's up, all them mocha lattes? Crazy people and lunatics. The bad people are going to be hungry and going even worse on us. They're going to be doing worse on me. Live in Pensacola, and it scared me to wake up to this news. I can imagine, you know, when we had the shooting in May right here in Virginia Beach, you know, people were on edge. I remember that day. People were on edge all day long. It was just, you know, you couldn't go anywhere without anybody just being on edge. And it does. That's what it does. And that's what, and I'm not saying this is an act of terror, but this is what acts of terror do. You know, they make people nervous. They make people terrorized. You know, and I'm not saying this is an act of terror. I'm not saying, but, well, I'm not saying that this is a terrorist acting in an act of terror, but it is an act of terror. Because anytime you can do something and have a mass group of folks focus their attention on that, worry about it, be scared about it, then that's terrorism. In my opinion, I could be wrong. Hello, let me have to read that when I get stopped. So why do you guys think? Why do you think that we keep having these incidences? You know, I had even mentioned the jury, quote unquote, jury heist gone wrong, where they hijacked the poor UPS guy who was on his first day being out by himself on his route, and he gets, you know, wrong place, wrong time, and then you have an innocent bystander. I don't know if they were a motorist or not, but they lose their life as well, all because people are out doing bad things. You know, and this has been since human creation. People have been doing bad things to each other. But why do you think now? And we got about 3 to 4 minutes before we get, you know, I get to my next place. So chime in real quick. Why do you guys think that right now more people are attacking people on bases? Why do you think? I can think of, just from my personal experience, I can think of some stuff that I won't share. If you guys want to talk to me offline, then we can talk, but I won't dare share anything like that on here. Oh my goodness, I saw the UPS thing. What, his first day? Yeah. Oh my, see, that's why I love to stay home. Yeah, this guy, I mean, he had apparently got, you know, gone through his training, got hired at UPS, gone through all his training. This was his first day out on his route by himself, and he gets carjacked and killed. Bam, just like that. So, does something need to be done to, do you feel that something needs to be done with guns? Are guns the problem? Is it a mental health issue? What do you think? Because the more these things keep happening, the more I see the country moving towards what they're trying to do in Virginia, which is gun confiscation. I mean, that's what this law that will be passed next month, that's really what it boils down to. And it's no, and according to what I've heard, is the question why rather people are desperate economy, people without medication, that should be with meds. Leave the cities, it's just mental. To me, it's called lack of Jesus. Okay. All valid points. I would just say, if you bring people over here that the culture is to hate America, this is what you get. Okay. All valid points, guys. All valid points. Yes, lead the city. I agree with that. Lead the cities. And Jennifer and I are going to have a very serious conversation this evening. We're going to her Christmas party. And I may go live later on tonight so y'all can see what we're doing and where we're at. Because we're going to have a good time tonight. But we're going to have a serious conversation, because this is, I mean, when you get to the point where you can no longer defend yourself, I mean, because to me that's so important. You know, I look back, history tends to repeat itself. Okay. And if you look back at the Revolutionary War or the War of Independence, then that's really kind of why they wrote the Constitution the way they wrote it. Now, do we still live in those times? I don't know, because and then we're so censored now. I'm almost real nervous to say certain things because you never know who's listening, and probably everybody's listening. That's why I like to censor what we talk about on here, and that's really why I don't ever talk about the gun issue. But with everything that's going on in the past week, I just felt like I need to come in and just kind of vent a little bit, because I think it's because see, I work with in the mental health field, and I know how people who don't take their meds act and react and behave, and I can't say I understand, but I know when to leave somebody alone. I know when to get out of their house when I'm in the middle of fixing something. And that's another reason why I am extremely cordial and extremely very nice to everybody all the time. One, because you just want to treat people the way you want to be treated. That's just the golden rule. Period. Treat people the way you want to be treated, you'll be fine most of the time. And then, my upbringing was that way. Treat people with respect. And then in my adult life, I've always learned that you can't get respect and demand respect unless you give it first. So is it that there are just a lot of folks that were bullied and this is the way they're getting back? Is it that several of us and a lot of us are just evil? I don't know. I really don't. How's my microphone today? Unless we're 100% Native American, we're all from somewhere else. Very true. Very true. Yep. Laugh out loud. But even they were from somewhere else. They just got here first. True. I do believe that New Zealand and Australia lost their right to possess personal bananas 20 years ago, maybe. Okay, cool. Well, look, guys, I just wanted to bring that in. Really, just come and send my condolences and my prayers and my well wishes and love to the families that their lives have been changed forever now, due to or for whatever reason. And sometimes you'll never know. It's like the shooting here in Virginia Beach in May. They spent all this money on this investigation, and we still don't know why. We have no clue. And they hired this firm from like Chicago that came down here. They spent like 2 months on it, and then they was like, we need an extension. And when the report came out, they was like, we don't know. We just really don't know. So I'm saying I do believe in the saying, okay, well, I censor myself too on here, and of course other places. I don't want to be trolled, victimized for my opinion. Yeah, that's wise. Very, very wise. Wait, so what they gonna do in Virginia? They are passing legislation and law that, from what I understand, what I have gathered, is that any modern GUN is going to be banned, and that is going to be, and from what I understand, it's going to be retroactive. It's no grandfather clause in the bill. So tell us, Roderick, what they're going to do in Virginia, even if you have to talk about bananas. That's what they're talking about doing. They're talking about any magazine-fed gun is going to be banned, basically. You guys can look up the law, look it up. It's no secret. Even though I'm not hearing it a lot of places, okay? I heard wind of it during right after the election time, and then I didn't hear anything else about it. And this morning when the shootings happens, I said, you know what? Let me do some research And yep, people have forgotten why we have guns in the first place. Yes, they have. And you gotta watch the wording when they start talking about assault this and assault that. You know, those are key words that give the masses. Lord, you gonna run into me? Jeez, driving on the wrong side of the street. When you hear assault this and assault that, that's a term of, oh, that's the most dangerous type of weapon. And anyway, we have to learn from our forefathers. You know, we have to learn from our forefathers. All right, people have forgotten. Yep, people have forgotten why we have guns in the first place. They got used to not working for anything credit. Then they can have it, won't pay it back, expecting something for nothing, getting angry when they don't get it, taking it out on us. Well, I mean, I don't know what the solution is, but I would hate to live in a place where you can't defend yourself. That's one of my biggest concerns, and that is bothering me today, y'all. And that's why, Jennifer and I are going to have a serious talk tonight, because we got to figure out something really, really quick. Because come next month, yeah. And I can see, I mean, this is the last place I thought. But see, the moment Virginia went blue in this last election, the moment it went, Virginia went blue, yeah. You might got to move back to Texas. Yeah, Texas is not doing so well either. From what I'm studying, Texas is the next stop for the agenda. Okay, thank you, Miss Grace. I would like to be totally open with what I want to say, but I hold myself back. Yeah. Hello from Florida, Voodoo Kitchen Mama. What are you hearing about this shooting in Pensacola? What have you heard? What are you hearing? And guys, look, I gotta get out of here because my ride is coming, and I'll be here in 45 minutes basically. So I'm gonna give you guys I'll go 4 more minutes, and then I gotta go. Okay. So Voodoo Kitchen Mama, what are you hearing? What are you hearing about this shooting? Does anybody in Florida have any kind of inside information about what has happened? It's just like when the shooting happened here in May. I have a friend that works for the city who works about a mile from the building where everything happened. Not hearing much, but you've been busy in the kitchen. Okay. You've been busy. Well, I guess that's in your name. So yeah, I don't know what the solution is with the gun violence. I just think it's violence, and I think if it wasn't gun, I think it would be knives. I think it would be clubs. I think it would be pots and pans. I mean, people are going to find ways to hurt other people. It just is what it is. I'm going to send you a message on Facebook about other good states. Hopefully they will be good in the future. Hopefully. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping so. Laugh out loud. Sorry, people are crazy. Yeah, and it seems like people are getting more and more desperate and more crazy. That's Florida for you. We didn't know what is going on until it's on Facebook. Wow. Laugh out loud. Okay, guys, look, I appreciate y'all for being here. I got a couple of uploads that I got to put up. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do them today. Tomorrow may be a like 5 to 6 video day. Oh, listen. Remember, even with everything going on, you still got to do your homework. And season 1, episode 4 of The Colony, okay? Season 1, episode 4 of The Colony. You guys got to watch it, because we're going to be talking about it tomorrow morning at 9:30. This episode was good. It had me on pins and needles the whole time, okay? That's how good episode 4 was. Because episode 1, episode 2, and episode 3, it was like basic stuff here and there. Episode 4, yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, you're in for a treat. All right, and it's right on YouTube. You don't have to go anywhere else. You can matter of fact, when this ends, you can type in the college season 1 episode 4 and you can watch it. All right. And you want to watch the one where they're talking about we have 10 volunteers and we put them in a post-global apocalypse situation just to see what happens. Okay. There is The Colony and then there is Colony. You want to watch The Colony. All right. So we're going to be reviewing that tomorrow morning. And I've been jacked up about this episode all week. I am so excited about reviewing this one with you guys. So excited. So look, thank you for being here. As always, I appreciate you guys. Y'all don't know how much I appreciate you, I adore you, and I care for you. Simply because you guys give me a platform and an audience to basically vent a whole bunch. And to keep my sanity. How about that? All right, so I do a bunch of good neighbors. I have a bunch of good neighbors around me, and we have bananas. And we protect each other, look out for each other. That's the way it's supposed to be. And you get that more in a more tiny community and more rural communities. Here in the city, you don't see that often, unfortunately. So look, guys, I got to run. Thank y'all. I'm going to go ahead and charge my phone so we can do live tonight and show you guys how we party. If y'all want to see it. I don't even know if y'all are interested in seeing us party. But when we party, we party. I love y'all. And if nobody tells you that, I love you. Send you some love. And we'll talk to you guys later.